Yo, y'all catch that Fever versus Dream game tonight.
Yeah, man. Fever actually pulled it off. Mitchell was on fire.
I wonder what King Joe thought about it.
Took some overtime to get the time right. Had to lose a little mind to get my mind right. Finally realized, but in hindsight, you wanted the limelight. Me priority never once. You kept close but never really wasn't. I accept you like a focus. Agree with all your choices. Needed you to need me. Needed you to see me. Until I found the right direction, I think my reflection would agree. Had to find the me in me.
This Your Sport by King David Jordan.
Flex on. Flex on. King Joe, B.I.G.
Now watch me flex. What you flexing for? It ain't about $1. What you stressing for? It not about the power. What you checking for? When the I'm back on the phone.
Flex on. Flex on. King Joe, B.I.G.
Now watch me flex. What you flexing for? It ain't about $1. What you stressing for? It not about the power. What you checking for? When the Lord done bless me and you see me dripping, know it. Watch me flex. What you flexing for? It ain't about $1. What you stressing for? It all about the power. What you checking for? When the Lord done bless me and you see me dripping, yo, and watch me flex. Take the bass up off your chest, up off your chest. I know you hating mad that I'm blessed. Can I see the haters on a mission? I know they wanna cause some tension. I'm trying to question my ambition. They just want my position. They ain't even really trying to listen. But the gators don't fit, don't fit. I got the cuffs and your boy stay lit. AC Hammer too legit, like
Who's that peeping in my window? Nobody now.
they mad when the preacher get paid though. Talking money from the church though. Talking about get a real job though. Talking about put it for the peso. Like Lord for the bless me though. Like I gotta stay poor and be a freeload. Like the wealth is stored up for me though. I don't need your permission. I assume the position when I flex. That's right. That's right.
The King Joe Show. It's your boy King Joe. Yo,
Watch me flex. What you flexing for? It ain't about $1. What you
turn it on, bring me back. Here we go. Hey, how's everybody doing? Good job. Watch me flex. Oh, what you flexing for? Oh, man. Welcome to the King Joe Show. I'm your host, King David Jordan. Hello, Kingdom citizens. Welcome back. One more time. And tonight, our Indiana Fever reminded everyone why we still believe. We still believe. Unlike them Chicago skeezies, you know what I'm saying? The skeezies and them Reese's Pieces, we blew out the Atlanta Dream. Yes, sir. Powered by Kelsey Mitchell's 25. Alicia Boston's 19, 6 and 8. And a 59-point second half. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. To everybody in the gym. I hope you guys are having a great day. We're having a great night because we got the W. We got the W. But let's talk about Caitlin Clark. She had a good night. She had a good night. Good night. Not a great night. A good night. She had 12 points. What was it? 12 points. 4 rebounds and 9 assists. In only 25 minutes. 12 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists, and only 2 turnovers. Because you know everybody's like, Kay leads the league in turnovers. She leads the league in turnovers. Only 2 turnovers tonight. Only 2 turnovers. And our team looked very good in the second half. Very good in the second half. And we won. Play my song. Play some music. Come back with it one more time. Let me play.
I'm back on the boat.
Stevens gets the W.
Flex something.
Stevens gets the. Hey, Angel Reese, this is why
Flex
we
on.
get the W.
King Joe, B.I.G.
Now watch me flex. What you flexing for?
Okay, we're just flexing a little bit off the W. You know what I'm saying? Off the front. Catherine, what's up? VVS to my moderator. What's going on, man? Booby. Yes, sir. We got a strong one. Man, we're having a good time tonight. Solid game from everyone. Great game for everyone. Not, we're really happy with the W, but we still have some issues. I'm celebrating the W. Now, I'll probably do another video going in it because I don't want to give up too much of what's going on. Fever fans, the performance we had, we're good. We're fired up. We dictated the play pace. We kept the ball, and in the second half, and we kept the ball in our primary playmakers' hands. And our defense in the third quarter forced turnovers and transition buckets. All right, but there's still some issues. And my problem is this: it's not that I don't like Stephanie White. I do like Stephanie, sort of, right? But I'm sorry, Coach Stephanie White, her rotation still worrying me, guys. Even with, Caitlin Clarrk playing better, not still on her legs. I think she's like 5 for 17 with a shot tonight, 5 for 17, and still not shooting the ball well at all. 1 for 7 for 3, 5 for 17 shot, 30% tonight. Not shooting the ball at all tonight. But at the same time, I do like the fact that she got up 17 shots. 17 shots. And I said last video, and I made the statement last video, I said, hey, if you put Caitlin Clarrk out there, and you give Caitlin the opportunity to score, she'll make it happen. If you give Caitlin Clarrk the opportunity to run the team, make it happen. And I said last night, I challenged the Indiana Fever. I said, Fever, there is no way that you guys should not score at least 90 points. Every game. We have too much scoring firepower on this team to not at least score 90 points. Every game. Every game. So, and it's crazy because when we're seeing what we saw tonight, and then it was frustrating, especially the first half, to watch this game. First half, watch this game. Caitlin comes out, hits a couple of shots. Aaliyah gets a couple of shots. And all of a sudden, Atlanta goes on a run. And we're sitting here and we're like, wow, I can't believe this. Because I'm thinking like, oh, maybe Atlanta's going to, maybe this is going to be another tough night. And I said, no, we're going to get it. We're okay. We're going to win. We're going to win this one. I said, we just got to pick up the tempo. And we came out again walking the ball up the court. And I'm like, why? And we go on a run and we get a lead. Then Atlanta goes on a little run. And Stephanie White calls a timeout. And at the timeout, at 7 minutes in the game, at the timeout, she takes out Caitlin. And she puts in the Tasha. She puts in Ari. She puts all those in. She kept Natasha in. She had Leah in. She brings in Ari. And we go on a little run to kind of get it close. And then after seeing Caitlin for about 2-3 minutes, she put Caitlin back in the game. We go on a run, and then we get the lead. Then at 7 minutes, right when you start to see a little cohesion and a little them figuring it out, and she pulls Caitlin again. And we're like, what is she doing? Right, at 7 minutes, you're figuring it out. You had the lead. And then, it went back and forth. Atlanta did their thing. And Atlanta, stayed in the game early in the game. And let's be honest. On the first half, Atlanta really struggled. Their defense, Indiana's defense did what it's supposed to do. And other than some great shooting, and I mean for Jordan Canada, who hit majority of those are wide open shots. And somebody lied and tried to say those were on Caitlin. Those shots were not on Caitlin at all. Those shots was not even close to being on Caitlin. I think out of all the 6 threes, I think only one was a Caitlin issue. Everybody else was even on Kelsey, on Ari. Sophie Cunningham the first time. She needed to come back and have a good big second half. Because she gave up a couple threes. I'm like, get your hands up. She's hit 3 threes in a row. But something interesting happened around the second quarter. And when it happened, I instantly started screaming at my television. And I mean, I'm legitimately screaming. I'm going all the way in at my television. And Ron Howard gets hurt. She hyperextends her knee, which looked very, very ugly. I was scared. I was like, man, I hope she's okay. And she came back and tried to tough it out, and she hit some amazing shots. She's an amazing player. But when she got hurt, prayers for her and the speedy recovery. When she got hurt, they took Caitlin out the game. And I was like, why? What are you doing, Stephanie? We got a little run. We got a little, we got a little pizzazz. We got a little, no, we need to come back and run a little bit of our offense. Caitlin, come sit beside me. And we sitting there and I'm watching the game and I'm looking at the offense and I'm about to start my Patreon so we can go through the video and cut down the tape more without getting gig on it. So you guys make sure y'all look for that Patreon we get ready to start. Where we really can go into the video and we can break down the video in the game. But I'm watching the offense and I'm saying, okay, I see why Stephanie doesn't want Caitlin in the offense. And they were like, my wife was like, why? I said, look, the spacing is off. You had the top of the key, and then in the motion offense, what it is you have one in the paint. Yeah, it's called Horns motion offense, right? You have one in the paint, then everybody else is surrounding the key. Everybody's surrounding the three-point line. And what you want to do is get motion offense and get cut towards the basket so you can get easy layups or find the mismatch. What happens, though, is rather than Caitlin being on the quarter line on the other side of the three-point line, Caitlin is used to being up top. So she's playing an offense that she's not familiar with. Okay? That's first and foremost. Then you got Caitlin Clarrk setting screens. And we're like, what? Huh? Multiple screens. She got to set a screen, then come off a screen. Right? Now, the one thing I said, and I told y'all last year, I said the reason I don't like Caitlin playing off ball is this. And I kept saying it. I said the reason I don't like Caitlin playing off ball is this. I said the last video that we had in the smoke show, I said the reason why it doesn't work with Caitlin is because Caitlin is not the strongest player in the world. And what happens is if you play Caitlin off the ball and you go run the Horns offense, what they're going to do, I called it, I said they're going to hold Caitlin. They're going to hold it, and now she got to push, she got to scrub to get off the ball, to get away from the defender to get the ball back in her hands. And I said the problem is the refs aren't good enough to call it. You're you're looking for the refs to call it because they're holding Caitlin coming off the action. Coming off the screen, they're holding. They say, hold her, make her work. And what's happening is you're making Caitlin Clarrk work more coming off the screens, trying to push off. They call it being physical, but they're actually fouls because they're holding her. How many fouls did Canada get tonight? Because they called what? They finally called it. I was like, oh, they finally called it. Even the coach in Atlanta was like, oh, they calling it tonight. They did allow them to hold Caitlin coming off those screens, and they still held her. As a matter of fact, a couple of times, Caitlin just threw Canada on the ground. You know what I'm saying? She just threw it down. But they was holding her. They hold off the streets. That's why we don't like it. Because now she has to use extra energy to run off the streets where they're holding her down, and she had to push off and get all this off and try to get off to get a shot. And what ends up happening is you got time just ticking off the clock, and the pace of the game slows down to a creep. And it does not, and anybody that watches this game, we understand it does not work. So what you're doing is essentially, you're taking the ball out of Caitlin Clark. This is the crazy thing, and I keep saying it, and it happened again tonight. Tonight it happened for the first half, and we ended up being down by 5. Kelsey Mitchell had a fantastic first half. Aaliyah Boston was solid first half. And we still was down by 5. We were down by 5. Natasha Howard had a decent, we still were down by 5 points. It was 45-40 at halftime. Dream. largely because Canada shot 26, had 26 points off 6 threes. But we're sitting here, we're watching this game, and we're saying, hey, why don't you try putting the ball back in Caitlin's hands? Especially when their best defender, their best wing on-ball defender, Ron Howard, is hurt. It's a mismatch between Caitlin and their point guard. Put the ball in her hand. It legitimately took Stephanie White a whole entire half to figure out that it's a good idea to put the ball in Caitlin's hand. As soon as you took Caitlin out that game in the first half, you had 3 straight turnovers. Kelsey Mitchell kicked the ball off a court. McDonald tried to throw the ball to Leah Boston. It was a turnover. Then they had a steal. And I'm looking at my wife like, what is she doing? I was like, what is Stephanie doing? What is she doing? And I'm online, I'm on Twitter. I'm like, yeah, man, we definitely got to get rid of Stephanie White. It's over with. And you know, my lady is sitting there. She's screaming also. She's like, I don't know what she's doing. We sat Caitlin for 4 minutes, and we had 4 turnovers. That's what literally we had 4 turnovers. And Atlanta took the lead. And we can't sit there and say, oh, Caitlin's defense, that's why it's better. We play better defense without Caitlin. We can't say let's be there. Okay, go. It's Caitlin defense. That's the reason we won. I'm gonna show this. Hopefully, I won't get demonetized. If I get demonetized for this, then I'll come back and I'll clip it. I'll cut it out. Right? I'll cut it out. But I want to show you guys what happened. Okay? And make sure y'all look for. I want to give you an opportunity to show you guys what happened with Stephanie White. And that when not only Stephanie White, because everybody talks about how bad Caitlin is on defense. And I was looking online, and you know the haters. You got the haters out there. You know, I'm with it. Reese's Pieces, I understand it is, but don't get mad when we break it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Reese's, y'all having a really nice run. When it come crashing back down, don't get mad when we go in. I don't want to hear none of this stuff that y'all are talking about. 0%. When it goes crashing down, when she does something stupid, she's going to do something stupid. I'm sorry. When she does something that just embarrasses all, just be ready, because I'm coming with guns blazing. All right? Because y'all having a great time right now. Now I want to show, let's see if we can show it. Go to the split screen. I want to show y'all the 26 points that Jordan Canada scored on the Fever. And let's see how many times, because what the liars are saying, what the false narrators are saying, is they say, oh, Jordan Canada was putting it on Caitlin. She had 26 points at halftime. And it's not true. Let's go back. Here we go. Look, here it is right here. Let me show it to you. All right, here's Canada. She has the ball. She's dribbling down. She's going down. There's a layup. Who's her person? That's not Caitlin Clark's person. Let's go down. Stop. Freeze. Now, this is on Caitlin. This is the one. I said this is one that was on Caitlin. Now, Caitlin came down to double Bree Jones, and it should have been a rotation. Boom. She came down for the double. No rotation. Late rotation by Leah Boston. Boom. That's the 3. Now, let's look. Who's guarding her now? That's R. McDonald. Caitlin even isn't on the court. Look, she's not even on the court. All right? Look. R. McDonald. Lay. But y'all will say this is all Caitlin. Caitlin guard. Look who's guarding her. That's not Caitlin's man. She's on Ryan Howard. Ryan kicks off. Wide open 3. Do y'all see what we're saying here? Here it is again. That's Kelsey Mitchell. High screen. Wide open 3. Caitlin's not even on the court. Here she is, Kelsey again. We getting buckets, turn fade. Caitlin is not even on, can I say it again? Caitlin's not even on the court. Look, that's Sophie. So I was screaming at Sophie. I was like, Sophie, what are you doing? And this is coaching, because you know what's happening? This actually looks like a zone, but it wasn't a zone. What happened is Sophie's coming down to crash down low. They're leaving her purposely. And I'm like, yo, she's hit 2 3-pointers. That's the screen. This is the turnaround. Now watch the next play. We're down. Finally, let's get Caitlin back in there. Sophie, you got to run out. The girls are hit 3 3-pointers. Got back in. I have no idea what you're doing. But you guys believe the narratives that she was just beating Caitlin down. This is all on Caitlin. She is taking Caitlin to the woodshed. Look at it. This is Sophie comes out the double. You got to get back and you got to run back out at her. She's hit 4 3-pointers. That's just what you guys are telling us. Turnover. Y'all got to stop it. Y'all got to stop this. But people sit there and say, oh, she just killed Caitlin. Caitlin's defense is so bad. She can't play defense. That's why Caitlin is bad. Caitlin sat down in the second half. They said, all right, Caitlin.
I'm back on the boat.
It's your time, baby.
Flex on. Flex on.
It's your time. Shut all that mess down. Second half, she had 26. Second half, 4 points. Caitlin had an awesome block. Caitlin had a block, and then she ran the floor with a crazy assist. But you guys believe the hype. You guys believe the hype. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. But for some reason, Stephanie White, once again, I have no idea why. I have no idea. I like Ari too. And Ari she's more comfortable with Ari on the court than with Caitlin Clark. More comfortable with Ari and Sophie. Sophie played well tonight. Sophie had to make up for them lackadaisical defensive plays that she had. Great job, Sophie. Sophie had a double-double, 16 and 10. We appreciate that. We needed those. But she, once again, if you go to split screen.
Now watch me flex. What you?
Now, if you go to split screen, we hear a split screen right here, right? Now look at this, at the split screen. Look at the numbers. I want you to look at the minutes. Ari McDonald, 25 minutes. Caitlin Clark, 25 minutes. I just want to show it to you. Ari McDonald was a +6. Caitlin Clark was a +12. I'm sorry. Those are points. Ari McDonald had 6. Caitlin Clark had 12. I just want to show it to you. Ari McDonald was a +24. Caitlin Clark was a +12. Right? Kelsey Mitchell. How many minutes did Kelsey Mitchell play? Kelsey Mitchell, 25 minutes. Think about that now. 25 minutes. You got 2 All-Stars, and you have a person, I keep trying to tell you guys, I like Ari. I think she's going to help us down the road with defensive, when you need her to get on somebody that's defense, that you need to shut down defensively. You need somebody to press. But if you're not using Ari McDonald to press someone or to play press hounding defense up and down the court, 94 feet, once you get in the offense, she's kind of liability because of her size. She's a pest now. We love her. And let me say this, I'm not hating on, I don't want y'all to think I'm hating on Ari McDonald. She's having a phenomenal year. Best year of her life. 9 points, 2.1 rebounds, 4 assists. But she's 5'6". And when you were going against Jordan tonight, who was unconscious for the first half, got shut down in the second half. But guess how tall Jordan is? 5'6". So Jordan's 5'6", R is 5'6", and something strange happened in the second half. Caitlin realized that I'm 6'1". Give me the ball. I got an advantage. Let me go out here and run this thing like I'm supposed to. Let's go back to running a high screen and roll. Let me get this one-on-one with Canada and let me do my thing. Did she shoot? Well, no. But what's the aggression that she showed trying to get to the bucket and having the vision to see over Jordan Canada gave them an advantage. And then Caitlin Clark started doing Caitlin Clark type of things. Caitlin started doing Caitlin Clark type of things. And and let's talk about this. Let's keep it honest, right? And Sophie played well. Sophie hit some big shots, some wide open threes. She had some great passing on the thing. Shout out to Sophie, 16 and 10. Great game, 16, 10 rebounds. She had an awesome double-double. We needed that energy from her. She talked the talk, and she walked the walk. That's all we can ask. But we got to start thinking about something. I got a couple of things I want to think about here. Stephanie White, and I'm gonna tell you that I'm not on Stephanie White yet, because I was at the point online. I was like, hey man, we got to fire Stephanie White. My wife said, why, King? I said, every time we get into a little bit of rhythm, she pulls Caitlin out the game. Somebody on X tonight, we had got up, what was it, 11 points? It was 11 points with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Stephanie White takes Caitlin Clark out the game. And I looked at my wife right then, and I said, oh, yeah, we definitely got to fire her. It's over for her. Get her up out of here. It's an 11-point lead. With 3 minutes. Reggie Miller scored 9 in 8 seconds? Shoot, Halliburton with 3 minutes, and you sit her on the bench? I was like, what is she doing? And when she ran out there, and the next play, and this is, my God on this witness, the next play, with Caitlin's on the bench, Aaliyah's trying to do too much, where she was getting wide open layups with some amazing passes by Caitlin Clark. And she was getting wide open layups. All of a sudden, Aaliyah Boston's having to try to do everything herself, trying to back somebody down by herself. And she gets a 6th foul. And I'm looking at my wife like, what are they doing? What is she doing? I'm trying to get her a couple of minutes here. No, this is the game. Fourth quarter, you got an 11-point lead. Go at it. Put your foot on the necks and crush it down. If she played this far, she sat on the bench for a minute and a half, then she put it back in the game because we start losing. Soon as Caitlin gets back again, we get a couple steals. Sophie hits a 3. Guess what? We up by 15. What is Stephanie White? Y'all tell me in the chat. Y'all tell me in the chat. What is she doing? Caitlin Clark is one of the few players in the WNBA they don't treat like a superstar. They don't treat her like a superstar. She had listen. She had Ari McDonald out there other than her. Like, you're going Kelsey Mitchell sat on the bench for about 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. And you got Aubrey Dunn out there. Aubrey Dunn shot a three. One of the shots she missed was the wide three. I said, that ain't Kelsey. They need to put Kelsey back in the game. Put Kelsey in the game. You have 3 all-stars. You have 3 top draft picks. None of them, listen, and let me say it again. I love Aubrey Dunn. I love her story. It's a great story. But let's get this thing clear, Stephanie. You win with stars. You win with players. You win. It's very few. You got Detroit, maybe. It's a very few amount of teams that don't have a star that win championship. You have a talented player. SGA, talented player. Williams, talented player. SGA is the MVP of the league. Indiana is the only team. I told you that during the smoke show. Tyler Marsh treats Angel Reese more like a superstar than Stephanie White treats Caitlin Clark like a superstar. Caitlin Clark is your superstar, yo. And you want to know what's great about this, Stephanie? She's unselfish. She didn't look for her shot. Not one. I was talking about. I said, Ella. I said, well, have you seen Caitlin shoot? She's like, no, she passing. She got Aaliyah about 5 layups. Sophie, layup. Dunches, 3-pointer. It ain't like she's ball hauling. She's getting control of the ball. She says, hey, let me do it and let me make the right decision. Oh, that's the one I got to talk about too. And I will say this, when we went on that run, Natasha Howard wasn't in the game. Because we all saw Natasha Howard freeze Caitlin out a couple of times. Oh, man. Oh, that's what it was they're using on Facebook. X. Excuse me. That's one of the ones they're using on X now. They talking about, Caitlin Pollard, because she didn't get the ball for Natasha Howard. And then she turned the ball over. I'm like, yeah, because she was trying to run. And I'm going to tell you another thing that's crazy that I noticed too. Stephanie allows Ari Madonna to push the team at a quicker pace than she allows Caitlin Clark to. I don't understand. This is one thing I do not understand this. I'm trying to figure this out. And people talk about Caitlin shooting, talking about she's 5 or something. Listen, man, Caitlin's had 2 leg injuries. And if you know basketball, when you shoot, you use your what? It's jump shots. When you shoot, you're using your legs. Once her legs come back, she'll be okay. I'm just looking at any game now because they like, she don't shoot threes no more. But she was smart tonight because she recognized she had a size advantage. She remember, I worked out this offseason in the gym. And she took Jordan Canada to the well. She took Jordan Canada to the deep waters. Then turn around on defense and shut that mess down. She said, I'm 6'1". You 5'6". Let's go to work. And as soon as they look like they want to come to me, Aaliyah, here you go. As soon as they look like they want to come bring, here you go. Dantes, here you go. And I'm just saying, Stephanie White, it could have happened sooner. But Caitlin was on the bench. It could have happened sooner, but you sit up and hate on the girl. You want to play, and they said Caitlin's still getting back healthy. She's still hurt, and she's limping. I did see her limping a little bit today. I did see that is true. I did see her limping today. That's facts. But listen. Ron Howard had an extended leg, an extended knee. The second half, Ron Howard was out there and they was giving her the ball like, "Hey, girl, go shoot." I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And she was knocking them threes down. I was like, y'all might want to guard her. And that's why Atlanta coach couldn't put Ryan Howard on Caitlin Clark. Because she couldn't move. She hurt her legs. She couldn't slide side to side. Anytime somebody hurt, I was telling E, I said, hey, they need to go at Howard. She was like, why? I said, she got a brace on her leg. That's like a target. You got to go at her because she can't slide. She can't help defense or anything. You got to take advantage. And eventually they did. They said Clark had more, Howard had more minutes than Clark. She does. Howard had 23. No, she didn't. Howard had 23 minutes, and Clark had 25 minutes. So Clark had two more minutes than Howard. The people with the most minutes of the game was Aaliyah Boston, who played a great game again. Almost had a triple-double. Aaliyah Boston was 5 for 10, 50%, 8 for 8 for the free throw line. She even made a three. She was 1 for 1 for 3-pointers. She's a +9. She had 6 rebounds and 8 assists. And only 3 turnovers. She did foul out, though. But she was guarding that man down low. She was guarding that man in the paint. You know what a man is. Just a man in the paint. She was guarding that man in the paint. Brittany Griner. I'm sorry. She's guarding Brittany Griner. I thought she was done. And let's be honest, like we're getting the refs. We know the referees in the WNBA are the worst officials in all professional sports. Bar none. It's not even close. It's not even a close. It's not even close. I would take the ref in what it is. It ain't the XFL anymore. I would take the refs in minor league baseball. I would take the summer league refs for the NBA over the rest of the WNBA. The WNBA refs are so bad, they had a challenge. We took 3.5 to 4 minutes for them looking at a challenge that was a horrible challenge. That was another step that Stephanie White situation I thought was just horrendous. I was like, why are you even challenging that? It's not a shot. It's not a possession. Why are you challenging this play? That's a horrible challenge. Like everything she did to lose this game, she could. To lose this game, she did herself. Just keep Caitlin Clark out the game. That was one of that challenge on Aaliyah Boston. That was a horrific challenge. I was like, that ain't even close. Then in the very next play, they needed the challenge where Aaliyah fouled out. I was like, now you need a challenge. So right after the challenge, the refs took 3 to 4 minutes to go look at the challenge to make sure the challenge was unsuccessful, which we all saw from the beginning it was unsuccessful. Then they came right back on the inbound call and then called the foul on the inbound and then had to go back to the monitor again to be like, hey, man, let's see if the ball was inbounded, if the foul happened to occur before the inbound. Like eventually you just got to see it and stand on your call. All right, we're going to review it again. So that's another 3 to 4 minutes. So you're talking about a 7-minute break in the action. Anybody that got any time, and we on the floor, we on the run. These referees are the worst. Never seen anything like it. That's crazy. I've never seen anything like it, Patrick. Never. Thank you guys for watching the King Joe Show. Thank you guys for watching the King Joe Show. Please hit the like and subscribe. Please, if you don't mind, hit the like and the subscribe. Thank you to all the citizens showing up in the chat. We appreciate you guys. Alicia Gray was another show in the game. Andy, how you doing, Andy? Caitlin Clark in the second half took Canada to the deep waters. She said, we're going to see if you can sink or swim. And not only did it affect her, it took her totally out of her groove of shooting threes. It did. And y'all do know Stephanie tried again. She did it again. She tried to play Caitlin at the three. And I'm like, man, what is she doing? Oh, I literally was over there. I don't know what Stephanie White is trying to do. They said, Caitlin's coming back in. I'm like, all right, go. All right, we're finna run this thing. Caitlin, who you coming in from? Lexi. What? We're gonna keep Ari and Kelsey in the game. Okay, cool. Yeah. Join Canada. 3. Psh. 3. Psh. Y'all know she didn't go to that. She didn't go to that lineup not one time in the second half. She did play Caitlin at the 2. She sat Mitchell down. She sat Casey down, and then she sat down Natasha. She played Caitlin, and one time I think she had Lexi. I think she had Les Tress in there. She had Lexi, Sophia, and Caitlin, and then she had Aaliyah and Aaron Madonna in there one time. I told you, August, I told you at the smoke show, that's what they want to do. Whenever you run that offense with Caitlin sitting in the corner or sitting over there waiting to run off a screen, it's at your disadvantage. Because what it does is, while all the other players are moving and stuff like that, what it does is it takes time off the clock. Caitlin actually plays better, more frantic. It actually takes time off the clock, off the shot clock. So by the time she's getting the ball, the shot clock is already down. So now you got to make a decision. So either you're gonna rescreen and roll with Aaliyah, or you're gonna try to get it on your own. Or somebody cuts and you're looking for the cutter. And she said that's the best way. That's the best way to stop them from pressing Caitlin 90 feet. Guess what? It's malarkey. They're still pressing Caitlin 90 feet. They're pressing Caitlin with the ball or without the ball. Somebody said on X, for everybody to be saying she's not the top number 9 point guard, they show pressing her when she got the ball and when she don't have the ball. If you don't believe me, go look at the film. I said, baby, they still pressing her. I said, that doesn't stop them from pressing Caitlin Clark 90 feet. They still keeping the person right there on Caitlin. Now you just got a worse ball handler and ball decision in your hands. You got Aaron McDonald, which is okay. But they'll take that all day. That's what Stephanie White don't understand. Teams want you to play Ari McDonald more. Because as soon as you play Ari McDonald, you're going to drop your scoring down. Instead of scoring 99 points tonight, if Ari was running the offense, that would at least cost us about 10 to 15 points. And guess what? Atlanta's in the game. They want the ball. They trap. That's why they trap you. See, people don't understand. Like, this is basketball 101. The reason you trap the guard is you want them to get the ball out their hands and get it to somebody else that's not as good. Really, you trap the star, so somebody else can beat you. That's just basketball. They run traps and triple teams and double teams to get the ball out your hand. They want somebody else to be the playmaker on the team. It's easy. I know, but that's not her offense. Patrick, that's not Seagazer. How you doing? Seagazer, that's not her offense. Y'all sit there talking, all the people talking, Caitlin ain't that. I'm like, man, Caitlin ran that joint like the Matrix today. She was reading it. Caitlin read the Atlanta defense like crazy today. And I keep trying to tell y'all, listen, I'm going to tell y'all, let me give y'all a secret. To everybody saying that Indiana ain't that, they ain't this, that, and the other. The thing is this, the only way teams can beat Indiana and stay with Indiana is three ways. One, Indiana's missing shots, right? Two, Stephanie White is just coaching trash and they don't use their stars, right? And the third way that the team can beat Indiana, the only way they can beat them, if you're not New York or the Lynx, the only way you can beat Caitlin and the Fever is you got to make the game ugly. You got to get physical. You got to try to get it ugly and rugged. And what the refs actually did today a couple of times, and I was like, okay, cool. Somebody's starting to get the memo. The refs actually called holding on Atlanta. And when the refs started calling holding on Atlanta, you saw the coach start scratching his head and reaching for his clipboard because guess what? That's what they want to do. They want to get physical. They want to get their hands on her. They want to try to rough her up. They want to hold her. They want to grab her jersey. They want to grab her hair. They want to poke her in the eye. They want to pull her down. They want to do everything else to make it a dirty fight. To make it a dirty fight. They don't want it to be, because if you sit there, you play straight up, and you have to play when you have to play your point guard on Caitlin Clark, it's a wrap. She gonna eat. When you have to play, if you have to play Jordan Canada, if you have to play any of you, if you play your point, it's only a couple of point guards that you can sit there and say, Natasha Cloud maybe one. It's only a couple. There's only a couple point guards that you go sit there and say, okay, let's put this point guard and let her guard Caitlin Clark. Normally it's gonna be a wing player. Let's get a wing defender that's long, that's stretched, that's athletic, our athletic wing, our best defender, wing defender, and let's put her on your point guard. That's the only shot we have at stopping her. This is just true, guys. This is true. And I was mad. I didn't see Timpson. Everybody talk about Timpson in the chat. You're right. Timpson should have played tonight. Now, don't get it twisted. Now, Dantes is a grown woman. Dantes is a woman, man. She's serious. She's serious. She's the grown up in the room. Like I was not surprised that Brazil did so well in the America Cup because you had the talented kind of youthful, playful. You have a Cardosa, but then you had the Mantis Dantes as the adult. I'm mature. I've been here before. I know how to handle it. I don't change my demeanor doesn't change. I'm stoic in my demeanor. I don't get too up. I don't get too down. But all the players, even they asked Lexi after the game, and said, well, what do you guys think? You guys scored 90 points. Why? She said, because we played in transition. We ran. We played with tempo. And I was sitting there saying, I said, every time Atlanta misses, they need to run. If you're Stephanie White, and then thank you guys so much for watching tonight. We're getting ready to get out of here. If you're Stephanie White, right? If I'm Stephanie White, every time the ball comes off the rim, we at a full sprint. Everybody runs the floor. Even if you got Aaron McDonald in there, Sophie Cunningham, everybody runs. Ball off the rim, let's go. Run, push, push, push. Why? It doesn't give them a chance to set up their defense. It's hard to trap off a run. And guess what? You have Caitlin Clark with the ball. She's going to come up with a pass or something she's going to make the right decisions. But you know why Dantes, just a kid from Brooklyn, you know why Dantes doesn't hit that fade? She's not down low. The offense, the motion offense is for the big to be up top, at the top of the key. Aaliyah hit a pretty fade tonight, though. I got to admit that. That was a nice little one-legged fade. Aaliyah hit that. That was beautiful. I was like, yo, that's nice. Is Turner still on the team? I hope not. Yeah, she's still on. I saw the end of the bench last night. But this is something that we have. We won the game. And I didn't want it to go too negative. I really want to, because I really liked what I saw. And let's be honest. Let's be honest. Caitlin had a bad shooting night again. And we still, even I think the commentator said that, Caitlin had a bad shooting night. I'm talking about she had a horrific shooting night. And we still won 99-82. That's why I keep saying, if it's the coaching, because with this team should never score 69 points. This team should not score under 88 points a game. If Caitlin hits 3 of her shots, we're beating them by 25. And she got to hit a free throw. She missed a free throw tonight, too. But I do like the way tonight she played quarterback. I love the way she played quarterback. And I do like the fact that she was going for it. She went at, she did go at that man down low in the paint. She's just a man down low, plays like a man in the paint. She did go at Brittany Griner a couple of times and got swatted. But, I was happy. I was like, yo, go at her. Don't be scared. Go at her. We need you to be aggressive. We need you to be aggressive. But I was happy with what we saw. I'm just telling you, we do have, I think we have enough to get us there. But this is something, too. We got to stop playing around because to get the season, we're like in 9th place? Was it the top 8 teams? Like, we don't have a lot of room to be up here playing around. We're right now, the 6th seed? And guess what, guys? Listen. No, I think we're worse than that. We're not the 6th seed, Harvey. We might be the 7th seed. We're so much better than that now. We're so much better. And there's nothing more I would like than to play a Phoenix Mercury in the first round of the playoffs. I just wonder if there's a God that happens. This the 5 this time too? Oh, if there's a God, it's definitely happening. But it is. Please let Jesus let us play Phoenix in that first round. But I want to have home court advantage. Okay, he said that cough that she had for 2 months was not there. He was 7th place. What's up, David? Hey, he said ESPN has us at 7th. So that means we might actually be like at 5th. We're in 7th place. He said she had that cough. Mark, I see that too. That's what I'm saying. She has not been healthy. I feel like she's been a little sick also. Her legs are not under her yet. And as a shooter, that's very, very, very important when you're shooting those jump shots. And then if you're shooting these long distant threes, hey, her legs are not there. I'm just saying, just give it a chance. Give her a chance. The only issue is this time, we don't have that long break after the All-Star game. Like a couple of days and we right back at it. The next week, we're every other day until the All-Star game, which is crazy. Until the All-Star, we're every other day until the All-Star game. So we got a whole bunch of games coming up here. And, okay, so if that's the case, now let's give Stephanie the benefit of a doubt. We've been very, very hard on Stephanie. So let's give her the benefit of the doubt. The Fever do have a lot of games coming in next week. So maybe, just maybe, she's just trying to save Caitlin's legs and understand, hey, because Caitlin, they can't, I don't think that WNBA can afford to not have Caitlin at the All-Star game this year. And I could be wrong. Caitlin might pull a no-show. But let's see. Now, you won tonight. You come back and play Dallas tomorrow at 1. When I mean tomorrow, I mean it's already Saturday, so Sunday. You play them tomorrow. That's on national television, is it not? What is that on? No, it's not. That's not on national television. The Wings in Fever isn't on national TV? That gotta be on TV. That has to be on TV. So the Wings, cause that's Paige and that gotta be on TV. That's Paige and Caitlin. That's gonna be on TV. That's gonna be on national television. So we got Paige and the Wings, which they're running that fab. It's not quite Fab 5 because they got 1, but they got 4 rookies that they're running out. They're running out there and starting. So they're gonna be running that Fab 4, or we call it Fab 5. They're running that Fab 5 up there in Dallas, and it's gonna be interesting to see how that rolls out. I don't think Agumake won't be there. Arike won't be there. I don't think. I think. Oh, girl is still hurt too. Dejanay is still hurt. Dejanay Carrington, she's still hurt, so I don't think she'll be there. Arike headline injury report. That's when you face Chicago. Okay, yeah, I don't think any one of those will be there. So that's gonna be an entertaining game. It's gonna be up and down. I think that's an opportunity. It's an opportunity, and it's in Indiana. So that's going to be an interesting game on Sunday. So we got them Sunday, Dallas Wings on Sunday. That's going to be a game bridge. And then we go from there. Let's see. Get into my schedule here. We go from there. You can split it. Thank you. If we go from there, then we have play the Connecticut Sun. Right? Those are 2 teams. Now, if they wanted to do this, you play Caitlin the whole game. Right? If it's me, I'm playing Caitlin the entire game. Right? But then after I play Caitlin the entire game, I play against Paige. But Connecticut that Tuesday, I'm not playing Caitlin. I'm resting Caitlin on for the Sun, and then I wanna ready for the back-to-back with the Liberty. Then we on the All-Star weekend, so you get a little break before you come back on the 22nd and you play the Liberty again. Well, I'm playing Caitlin on tomorrow. Hey man, listen, the Sun, I'm not playing Caitlin in that game. Even though they won the other night, did they win tonight? They won tonight too. No, they lost tonight. Storm came back and tapped that booty tonight. I don't know though. We got a little, because the Storm, Storm might have a little vendetta. I may sit Caitlin for that game and bring her back for the New York Liberty game. Then again, maybe not, because what we do need is we need some type of camaraderie. The more they play together, they get used to playing with Caitlin. I think the more you play with Caitlin, you like playing with her. The Indiana Fever had to stop the hype. They just want to, dribble up the ball. No, the more you play with Caitlin, the more you be like, you know what? I want to play with Caitlin. She makes everything easier. She makes everything easier. So you got to play with her. The more she played with those guys tonight, the more it's like, okay, Caitlin's playing. Oh, this is what she does. Oh, this is how she does. This is how she thinks. I see it. Okay, cool. She's going to give me easy buckets. Okay, we got to rebound. Let me run as hard as I can because I'm probably going to get rewarded down the court if I run with her. Get easy buckets. Stop making stuff hard. Kelsey Mitchell, you ain't got to dribble 100 times to shoot the same jumper because you're trying to get space. Run the floor. You get an easy layup. Natasha, how you got to do all this? Run the floor. She gets you an easy layup. You look up and you be like, dawg, I got 20 points. But that's coaching, though. When you get the ball at the rim, I want to see Stephanie go. Push. Not sitting there. She got the four arms down pat. Go. What you looking at me for? Go. It's going to be interesting. We'll see. Dallas on Sunday. That's going to be a fun game. That's going to be a fun game. That's going to be a super. That Dallas game is going to be a fun game. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then I agree, August. You gotta let Timpson get in the game. I'm a Timpson fan too, and they say Timpson can dunk. I want to see Timpson dunk. Let me see Timpson dunk. I definitely want to see Timpson dunk. They said Dallas is a big team. That's why we need to run them. Run them out the court. Run every chance you get. Run them off the court. Run them girls. They're young, and they're going to want to run them off the court. By the time you turn around, they don't know what's hit them. Don't play with them or Connecticut. You need to get those 2 victories. Those are 2 W's that we need. We run them off the court. They do. Dallas have a couple of big players. They have the Chinese girl, Lee Yur. They got Lee down low, and then they got the other young lady. Is it McCowan? That's pretty. She's pretty tall. McCowan is 6'7". Lee is 6'7", and McCowan is 6'7". Run them girls off the court. When they turn around, they don't know what hit them. By the time they catch up, they like, man, take us out the game. We need a rest. We need both of those W's. We can't play when we need both of those W's. Both of those. Thank you guys for the numbers, man. Thank you for rolling with me tonight. I appreciate you guys so much. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll see what them Reese's do. Them Reese's Pieces do tomorrow. We'll also talk some more tomorrow. We'll preview the game on Sunday. They play the Lynx again tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So we'll see you tomorrow. They play I told you, Patrick, they play that Fab 5 rookies. Thank you guys. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. We gotta run on Sunday. We gotta beat the brakes off Connecticut. Y'all know Connecticut. That's gonna be a fun game. That's at Connecticut, right? Or is there in, I think that's at Connecticut. I think that's at Connecticut. Someone said White will find a way to win. Don't speak that, August. I got faith. We didn't gotta go to root. We need a win streak. We need to win the next blitz. We really need all of them. But we need to win at least the next 3. I think we can beat Connecticut. I know we can beat Dallas. I know we can beat Connecticut. Then we need to win that New York game. If we end this and we run this next 3, we gotta run the table the next 3. I think we're in the right position for the playoffs. I think it's almost guaranteed we're gonna be. But if we run this table in the next 3, and I think we're gonna start seeing Caitlin beat Caitlin. And I think her teammates will follow Caitlin. And that'd be right. They think we play at home. We play at home? Oh yeah, definitely. So, listen, the next 3 we gotta get W's. And it's a good time for us to play together, to see how each other plays. We got 2 not great teams, but in the W, all teams are good, so you can't take anybody for granted. Go out there and run them girls out the building. Get your confidence up, then we play New York. I can't wait to play New York. Is Jaquel Jones back? Jaquel Jones is not back yet. Then we got New York again. Jaquel Jones is mad. Oh, yeah. They said she got 46 weeks. Is that true? Real Liberty got Jaquel this week. They lost her. Oh, my. That's right. She got hurt. No. She's got 46 weeks. So she should be back. Yeah. She should close to be back. That was June 21st. So, yeah. She may be back. I don't know. We'll see. Jaquel is back. I really like us playing teams full strength.
Flex on King Joe, B.I.G.
Now watch me flex. What you stressing for when all about the power?
I don't think she's back yet.
When the Lord done bless me and you see me dripping, know and watch me flex. What you flexing for when ain't about
They said she won't be back till probably after the All-Star break. So that's what Brodella said. I'm looking it up now to try to see is your return line. Let's see. At the beginning, send him Brodella offer. Jones in the return line, but Jones still did it. But that does not spend the rating fellas in the MVP to return before July 17th. Yeah, she said she won't be back before the All-Star break. They said it's supposed to be August. That's tough. That's tough. But we see what happens. Thank you guys so much. Just can't forget Brooklyn. What's up? Patrick, thank you. August, thank you. VVS, thank you. Ivan. Boy. Hey. C. Gazer. Dave, what's up? To everyone, man, thank you guys so much for your time. Take your time to be a part of the show. Booby. What's going on, Booby? Catherine, how are you, Catherine? Good to see you. Much love. Y'all have a great day. It's your boy, King Joe. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Always go for your goals. Don't ever give up. Don't stop. Don't ever give up. Even if you have a coach, just ain't know you. Be the greatest you can be. I believe it. I support you. If you don't mind hitting that like and subscribe, it'd be great. I appreciate everyone for taking the time up, staying up with me late this night on a Saturday morning, 1 o'clock at Saturday morning. I appreciate you guys. Get some rest, get some sleep. We'll be back at it tomorrow. More clout chasing tomorrow. More clout chasing tomorrow, and what? We'll see what Angel does. We'll see if Chicago can win 2 in a row. We'll see how that goes. It's your boy KD. Y'all have a great night. Love you much. Peace.
What you call flexing, I call it Christ style living. I'm back on the phone.
Flex something. Flex on them. King Joe, B.I.G.
Now watch me flex. What you flexing for? It ain't about $1. What you stressing for? It not about the power. What you checking for?
Back for more bold takes, where truth wears a crown.